The things that I hate most about Asmongold's commentary on politics is his entire appeal to civility politics, this entire appeal to being polite, being kind, and whatever. That's fine. I also encourage that. In fact, if you're trying to convince a family member that Trump is bad or Trump is good, it's better to be nice than anything else. However, the problem is when people use civility politics to mask for their cruelty. That is what's going on. And in this particular situation, it's especially prominent. Why? Because Asmongold is basically saying we should turn deporting migrants and deporting immigrants into entertainment. We should turn it into entertainment. That part to me is unacceptable. Now, what is happening in this specific drama? Let's just recap real quick. First, Destiny makes a mean tweet mocking DJ Daniel's brain cancer. Then Asmongold hits back covering it, calling Destiny a hypocrite for appealing to decency in the past, despite having no evidence, despite also saying that, oh yeah, Destiny did this and that, but not giving any examples, but okay. Destiny then hits back with a quote tweet of Asmongold's clip of making fun of deporting migrants and wanting to stream deportations for content. Now, that particular video is what is so infuriating about this, because again, Asmongold loves talking about being polite, loves talking about being civil, but then at the same time, he is literally doing the opposite of that on his own stream recently. So he's just being straight up a hypocrite. And honestly, the amount of cope that Asmongold fans have is hilarious, because we're going to be taking a look at a few examples after I covered the recent update for this situation. Now, Destiny has struck back. He has responded. We're going to take a look at Eat's tweet here. Destiny responds to Asmongold calling out his controversial DJ Daniel tweet. I hate civility politics so much. Can we have like a dark liberal party or something? Let's take a look.
I don't know, but I've seen this before. I do think like comments like this, it's kind of like what I was saying before about like supporting Hamas, where it's like,
I hate civility politics so much. Can we have like a dark liberal party or something? What? Making edgy jokes is the same as supporting actual terrorists? That's not a take I expected to hear from fucking Asmongold.
Yeah, you can be pro-Palestine, but like if you're trying to like run defense for a terrorist organization.
If I were to be completely charitable, I can say that Asmongold is trying to appeal to, oh, it's about it's about how people are mean when it comes to supporting Hamas or something like that, right? Or how Hassan is mocking hostages for being captured or something. But I don't really see Asmongold saying that, and that is like the most charitable interpretation I can possibly give it. The thing is that again, it's this entire civility politics I have a problem with, because you see the right wing all the freaking time saying like, deport them, deport them, deport them. And at the same time mocking all of these people for suffering. They're just mocking people for suffering. It happens all the time. Oh my God, these liberals, they're suffering. They're on the streets. Look at them. It's like, what are you on about? Like this is pure hypocrisy. Pure hypocrisy. And I think Destiny is absolutely in the correct here, in the right here. Let's continue to see here. Destiny is baffled that Asmon thinks he cares about decency in politics. Quote, when the fuck have I ever made an appeal to decency? Let's take a look.
Is that you can't make comments like this and then make appeals to decency, right?
When the fuck have I ever made an appeal to decency? Right now, I'm trying to just appeal to democracy. I don't care if we're indecent. Can we just at least follow the fucking law? Does he know who he's talking about? What the fuck? Why would you accuse me of making appeals to decency? What?
You can dislike Destiny all you want. That's fine. I think that he belongs on the sex offender list. But if you are a sane Asmongold fan, if you're somebody who is willing to take the time to listen to what I have to say right now, Asmongold is playing you as a fool. Asmongold and Destiny has been literally co-workers in the same space for like a decade now, maybe 5 years, 8 years, like around that time, a very long time. All right. And the thing is that if there's anything Asmongold understands about Destiny, is that Destiny does not make appeals to decency, at least not in a direct way whatsoever. This is such a dishonest point that Asmongold has said. The problem is that with Asmongold, I am starting to suspect that Asmongold is supporting Trump again for his tax cuts. It's the one thing that Asmongold does not really talk about is the tax cuts. Because maybe somebody can point this out. Maybe somebody can just tell me, hey, by the way, Foodshops, you're wrong. Asmongold has talked about Trump's tax cuts before, but Asmongold is in Trump's tax bracket. Is in Trump's tax bracket for tax cuts. But that's the one thing he doesn't talk about. Instead, he talks about all of these other things, about appeals to decency, dishonest commentary, and just talking about how Trump is going to bring free speech back. And by the way, that's not even true, but I'm going to make a different video about it. Trump has basically made a list of words that the government reports and stuff are not allowed to say, which is directly against free speech. In addition to all the threats that he has made against journalists. Yeah, these things are not free speech. But you don't see Asmongold bringing any of these up. And I'm almost 100% sure he's aware of these. If he's not aware of these, he's not doing his due diligence for the research that he's supposed to be doing as a political commentator. So with this entire thing with like, oh, I just do general commentary. It's not me just doing political commentary, right? Just like Hassan. Well, that's not true. If you're doing this much political commentary, if a lot of your popular videos on YouTube with more than 1 million views are all political commentator shit, you're doing political commentary. You are a political commentator part-time at the very least. So, but then we have all of these like Asmongold fans coping in the comments. Like, Destiny doesn't really care about politics. He's as much of a controversy merchant and grifter as an Andrew Tate. By the way, it's kind of funny that this person brings up Andrew Tate because Donald Trump went out of his way to try to help Andrew Tate, which is deeply ironic considering how Asmongold positively commentates on Donald Trump. All right? This is a subject that Asmongold doesn't bring up. He doesn't bring up the fact that Trump went out of his way to try to save Andrew Tate. Like, that's insane to me. Andrew Tate, the sex trafficker, red pill grifter, rapist? Like, is that what we're talking about? Why doesn't Asmongold talk about these subjects? Because he knows he will not win. Why doesn't Asmongold talk to Destiny? Because he knows he will not win. On all of these things, Asmongold avoids I mean, like, hell, I'll give Asmongold like the credit where it's due, right? He tends to avoid battles that he cannot win. So this is why in his audience's eyes he always wins, because they are in a bubble where they're not being exposed to this additional information that completely changes the context of what Asmongold is talking about. And it kind of sucks because I know that Asmongold's audience does not benefit actually from Donald Trump's policies or any of the things that that Trump is doing. Even if you are some kind of basement shut-in, even if you're some kind of like NEET, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, you are still going to be affected by these things whether you like it or not. And your living condition is going to get worse. That's a fact. All right? So it's so funny. People like these are just like going like, oh my God, Destiny is a grifter like Andrew Tate. Dude, what are you talking about? What are you on about? We have direct evidence of him being a creep as well as very credible accusations of revenge porn. He's a degenerate piece of trash. That's fine. That's actually a fine statement to say, okay? Like, again, I'm being fair. I am being fair. You can say, Foodshops, you're not being fair. You're just an unhinged hater. How is it an unhinged hater to go after one of the most popular voices right now online? How's that unhinged hater? It's just me caring about the condition of the world. Me caring about the condition of the internet. Like, come the fuck on. Seriously, I am trying to help you out here. I'm trying to offer differing opinions. Isn't that what free speech is all about? Was he not the host of a podcast called Bridges, in which he tried to bridge the gap between two opposing sides? How is that not an appeal to civility and decency, Lamau? Okay, oh my gosh. Bridges. Really? You're just going off of the name. Yes, of course, because if you see anybody hop onto Destiny's stream and he's willing to talk to them, yeah, he typically does talk to them courteously. So it's like, this is such a moot point to me. It seems like such a stupid thing. It's like, oh, wow. If the Nazis had a name like the National Socialists, don't you see that they're actually National Socialists? They're actually socialism. Nazis are socialism. It's such a stupid point. You don't just judge something based off of its freaking title. When has that ever been good? When has that ever well been applied? See, these are the people that we're dealing with here. They're like they just can't simply just be smarter. They're just retarded. They're actually retarded. Like Asmongold isn't sending his best hombres, okay? These are the people that I feel like should be deported. It's actually insane, all right? And then we have somebody saying Dusty is down for dudes. It's just, you can't make this up. It's actually so hilarious. It's just, well, he says that because Destiny makes appeals to morality or civility when it's comedic. Just example. I just need examples because at least with examples, I can address examples. But these people just make broad strokes and just say these kinds of things. Oh my god. And the worst part is that I have to bring up like specific examples. I have to cover these drama, bring up the clips. Oh my god, these people are just insufferable, okay? You know, just bear with me here because I'm here to make a point. Deportations, the Holocaust started with deportations. Now you're probably wondering, oh no, here comes another Nazi parallel, here comes a whatever. But it's true. The Holocaust did actually start with deportations. Like here, in 1938 to 39, Hungary annexed the area of Czechoslovakia in which Helen lived. After Germany occupied Hungary in 1944, Helen and her family were deported to the Asmongold ghetto. As Jews, they were soon transferred to various camps, where much of the family perished. Although at times Helen was too weak to walk, she and her older sister survived Auschwitz, first labor at a camp munitions factory, and Bergen-Belsen. The thing is that right now Trump is looking to denaturalize citizens, denaturalize immigrants, all right? Immigrant families who have been here, kids who has literally grew up here, because I don't know, because I don't know why, all right? And the thing is that they are Americans through and through. Yeah, they look different, but they have no accent. They speak fluent English. They're fully integrated into the culture. They are Americans first, not Mexico first, not Guatemala, not Guatemala first, not any other place. They're America first, but they are being deported. But eventually, there's too much to deport. So instead of deportations, we have to watch for these warning signs, okay? We seriously have to. And I know people are going to be like, oh my gosh, people are going to bring up it's just Godwin's law where people just eventually bring up Hitler. That's not what I'm getting at. Observe the substance in which I am speaking, please. I am talking about warning signs of bad behavior. That's all I'm talking about. Warning signs. This is a warning sign. So when you have somebody like Asmongold who is glorifying deportations, when you deport somebody, fine, all right? It's not like I'm fundamentally against deportations. If you deport somebody with a solemn attitude, I understand. However, if you deport somebody with a gleeful smile on your face like Asmongold did, with a kind of hungry look on you like Asmongold did, then yeah, of course that's gonna be something that's a warning sign. Because when you're starting to enjoy the process, maybe it's not the action itself, but it's about the feelings lying underneath it, right? That's what we're talking about. A lack of empathy, a lack of like cognizance. We're really getting there. We're really actually sliding there. So yeah, I don't know. This is just it's just such a ridiculous situation to me. It's actually insane, but you know, what can I really do? I'm just one person, right? Whatever.